Peace and blessings. What's good with you? Peace and blessings. Could you do me the favor? Could you go on over to YouTube? I got our girl here by the name of Brielle.
Yes.
Or Brielle. Say hi, Brielle. What's good with you? All right.
What up, though?
No doubt. She's here. Finally. Much love and respect.
Yes.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We're just going to chop it up with Brielle and find out who she is, what she do, and why she do what she do. You know? So we thank you guys for tuning in. If you could do me a favor once again, if you can go on over to YouTube at this time, because we're going to start the interview. I know you've done interviews before.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's like you're kind of used to this, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So let me ask you a question. I remember you actually doing your own podcast.
Wow.
I remember that. And by the way, you kind of inspired me just by me seeing you do what you did. I remember you was doing the podcast, but it was not visual. It was just audio podcast.
Yes.
I remember, and I actually listened to a few of them.
Really?
Yeah, for a few times. I remember that.
That makes my heart smile.
No doubt.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
so you was doing your research then.
At the time, I was doing my research. Yeah.
That was like
A few years. I have
prior
over 3 years.
to COVID, like probably
About 3 or 4 years.
2019.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, wow.
Yep.
Okay,
I sure did. Yep.
I did my podcast for a little while. I'm actually working on some things right now, trying to relaunch it.
Word.
So, you know,
that's what's up.
it feels good to be back in the podcast realm
definitely.
and everything.
Definitely. So those who are, if you're on Facebook, do me the favor, lean over this way and say hi to Facebook.
Hey, Facebook.
We got Bree here, all right? So we're going to do an exclusive interview with her. I don't know if there's the questions that I'm going to ask may have been asked of you before, but we don't know. But for now, Facebook, do me the favor, go over to YouTube, David Adams Podcast. That's David Adams Podcast, so you can continue to watch the interview with our girl, Brielle. They call you Bree or Brielle? Is that your artist name?
So my artist name is Brielle, but everybody calls me Bree. It's a nickname from when I was little.
Mm-hmm.
I never really liked people saying my whole entire government name, so everybody would call me Bree. You know, for short, because people they don't know how to say it. Sometimes they like Briella, Bree, you know, so I just like Bree for short. But it's Brielle.
Makes sense. Okay, Brielle. Okay, and is that your real name?
So,
is that your real name, or is that something that nickname?
It's actually a part of my real name.
And what's your real name?
So my full name is Gabriella.
Oh, Gabriella.
Yes,
okay.
Gabriella.
Okay.
But
all right.
I took the middle of my name out because I still wanted my stage name to represent a part of me.
Right.
So. It's kind of funny that you asked that because I probably went through I changed my stage name 3 times. So this is my 3rd time.
So what was the first name you came up with?
So my first name was Lady Harmony because
Lady Harmony. You like a harmony. You got a harmony look.
Thank you.
That's what's
Thank
up.
you.
All right.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
I love stacking. Anybody who has listened to my music, I'm all about blends and adding dressing here and a little dressing there. So my first name was Lady Harmony. I got it tatted on me. It's on my forearm.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if y'all can see it. So that was my first name.
Okay.
I went by that for a few years, and then I was just like, okay, I need to evolve into a new version of myself. I say my ear for music was changing, so I was like, Lady Harmony. It kind of gave me the little version. You know how Romeo used to go by Little Romeo, Bow Wow used to go by Little Bow Wow, and I'm like, okay, I'm a different person now. So I was like, let me just drop the Lady Harmony. My second name was Brielle Iman because I was like, all right, I'm in the neo soul. So I was like, a lot of the people that I looked up to and that I still do look up to, they have two names, Jill Scott
Right.
and Erica Badu,
Right.
So I was like, maybe I should do two names, and it just wasn't sticking for me. So I was like, I just want one name that people will be able to remember and go by. So I've been Brielle for maybe about 7 years now, and it's stuck.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up, Brielle. So before we continue on, I got some nice questions I'm going to ask her. You know what I mean? This is not script. I don't usually write down questions. I just come from off the top of the head, especially when I know them a little bit. You know what I mean? So do me the favor, go into YouTube, David Adams Podcast. I'm about to ask her some serious, deep questions, and that I can think of right now in my head. And if you want to continue to watch and hear Brielle, and you can also find out some of her, where you could find some of her music at. You know what I mean? She'll mention all of that soon. So go to YouTube, David Adams Podcast. I appreciate if you can do that, because Facebook at this time is not able to grab the live. All right. They're not able to grab the live from where I'm streaming from. So do me that favor, go over to David Adams Podcast. I really appreciate it. So I'll wait for you over there, and I'll be cutting Facebook off. All right. Much love and respect. Peace. YouTube, David Adams Podcast. Thanks. All right. So let's see. One of the first questions I want to ask you is going to be, where were you raised?
Born and raised 201.
201?
201.
All right, all
Jersey
day.
City,
201.
all day.
201. That's what it is.
Love my home.
201. Put it down for you a little bit.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, 201. Grab this for you. We just got in the studio like maybe a few minutes ago. Yeah, so you got to understand, I appreciate you guys, understanding the situation, because we're not all together right now because we was traveling and all that good stuff. And as people do, they run up a few flight of stairs here. You know what I mean? I had to make sure yeah, real talk, no joke. You know what I mean? I have to make sure she hydrated, got some water in her system and all that good stuff. So I appreciate you coming over, you know what I mean?
Yes, definitely.
Brielle is a great singer. I've seen you also sing once before. But before we get into that, you was raised in Jersey City.
Yes.
And you was born and raised here. You never lived no other place?
I did,
right.
Actually. So born and raised here all my life. It was around COVID time, and had a family emergency. So I had to leave, and I moved to Cleveland.
Oh.
And it was definitely different.
Oh, so what's the difference between Cleveland and Jersey? What would you say? Was it good? Was it bad?
I wouldn't classify it as good or bad. Like,
right.
I believe, in growth, and sometimes life will force you into situations where you have to adapt. You don't have a choice. So it wasn't good or bad. It was just different, and I'm grateful for the experience.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, I missed being in Jersey because they don't have no bodegas.
Easy.
Their bodegas are gas stations. That's what's on the corner. And then if you don't have no car, which, I'm like, I don't drive right now. Like, you got to get on the bus. The bus could take up to an hour at times.
Right.
Uber and Lyft, it works so different out there. Like, you'll be waiting for one, like, for a half an hour. Mm. So, it was definitely different, but I loved it.
Right.
I lived across from the beach. So.
How long did you live out there?
So I technically go back and forth now. So I'm still over there, and then I'll come over here if I have like, a gig or I have to, handle business and everything like that. So travel back and
Oh, okay. Okay.
blessed to do so. I'm glad about it.
No doubt. So what made Bree go into music? Why music for Bree? What was the reason, and when did you figure, wow, I'm talented, I'm nice with it? You know what I mean? When did you say I'm nice with it, and I might as well pursue this thing?
Okay.
Because you actually write also, right?
I do. I do.
Oh, so you write, you sing?
I write my music.
Okay.
I sing it.
Okay. So you write the lyrics, but what about the music itself? Do you produce music also?
So I don't produce yet. I'm actually working on that. That's next.
Okay.
But I could press a couple of buttons.
Okay.
I'm an engineer now.
No doubt.
Me and my best friend, we ended up going into business for ourselves in 2021 because we kind of got tired of, unfortunately, dealing with 201 producers. A lot of them weren't reliable. We kept, hitting them up, not getting an answer. I need my stems. I need performance tracks, regular stuff. But, it's important, and I'm like, I paid you. I paid you, can you send me my work? And it would just be a hassle. So she was just like, twin, one day she was just like, yo, we're gonna do this shit ourselves. Excuse me, can I curse on here? Just a little bit.
You good. Yeah, you good.
But she was like, we got to do it for ourselves because if we don't, like, we're gonna keep running into people that play with us. So, I would say she's the producer. She knows how to, press the buttons and put everything together. But she showed me the way. So like we'll record each other now. So yeah,
that's what's up. And
it's cool.
So how old were you when you realized? I got this.
So I think I was bound to be a singer because it actually runs on both sides of my family. I didn't know that it was on both sides until I got older. I was raised by my mom and we come from a singing family. All of the girls in the immediate family sings. My mom sings, my aunt, my grandmother, my cousin. And now me and my cousins, our children, we all sing. So it was in our blood, raised traditionally in the church. So, we were always taught to give our gift back to God. So, I did it. But I didn't understand at that age, like what I was doing, my mom, that's all she did. Like, that's how I learned actually how to spell my name. And, for years, I would just remember walking through my grandparents' house and just hearing them sing, watching my mom.
How old was you then at that point?
I was 2.
About 2 years old. Okay.
I was 2.
So your mother is from a spiritual background? Did they do a lot of gospel singing and all that?
Yes, gospel singing, family, long line of ministers. It's old. It's like back in the day, but on Iggy Avenue, there was a church called Gospel Temple Church of God in Christ. That was my great grandfather, and now my uncle, he runs Porter Memorial Church of God in Christ, which is located here on Kearney Avenue. So it's just generations passed down, and come to find out, my father's father, he actually worked with a lot of the old school groups. He worked with Frankie Lyman. He was actually on the producer side. Okay. So I have like a mix of R&B and gospel in my background. I just think it was something I was destined to do. Wow.
So it's in the blood.
Yeah. Like it was, it was bound to happen. But like as I got a little bit older, I was a sports girl. Basketball.
Basketball?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I still ball now.
Was you nice with it?
I still ball now. They always made me the point guard.
Yeah.
You can ask them. No, for real. Like a lot of people. Yeah, I'm still nice. I still got a jump shot.
I'm gonna have to take you up on that. We're gonna have to battle. We're gonna record this too.
Yeah. And my brother was on here. He would vouch for me. I used to be out here in Audubon, Arlington, like Ball was life for me.
That's what's up.
So I would play basketball. I did volleyball. I played lacrosse. I played flag football. I was the only girl on the team. So I was a tomboy, and I wanted to go a different route when I got to high school.
Right.
So I was just like, which way do I go? What should I do? What can I get involved in? Because my mother always had me in special gifted and talented programs, and I wanted to be active. So I'm like, it's 8th grade now. My guidance counselor comes to me and was like, hey, a little birdie told me that you have a voice. I was like, yeah, but I don't really, do it a lot. But, I like to sing. They were like, well, there's a high school out here. At the time, it was called Visual Performing Arts, or we called it VPA. It was located inside of NJCU. So they told me, they're having auditions, and I think you should audition because you have a gift. And at first I was like, I don't know, because at that time, even though I was a singer, you're young, and you're not sure of yourself. So I was like, I don't know. And then, if I go anywhere, I want to go to New York's Performing Arts High School. I'm like, Jersey City, I don't want to, but I ended up doing the audition and aced it. And that's where I spent my next 4 years at. I went to Lincoln for a regular school, and my magnet program was at VPA, and that's where I learned music performance. I got trained jazz. We put on cabaret shows. I can sing in 4 different languages. Wow. So I do classical music. I am a lover of opera. I'm a lover of opera.
Oh, so you can do that? You can break glass. You can break glass?
Hopefully not.
That's a good thing though, because that's high pitch.
Yeah.
So I seen Jill Scott live once before, and
I love her.
She shocked me. I never knew that she sung like that. She has that opera type of voice too, and she killed it. So you mean to tell me you can do that?
Yeah.
Can I hear a note or two?
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, let me hear
I'm a little rusty. It's been a while since I sung in a different language.
Hey, do your thing.
I'll do a little.
By the way, before she do that, y'all, she's going to be singing tonight at G's Uptown Social.
Yes.
She's going to be giving you, 1 or 2 of her songs tonight live. So be sure to come on over to G's Uptown Social. That's going to be at 25 Martin Luther King Drive in Jersey City. So you will be the first to come through and hear her. And by the way, she does have all types of music on the music platforms. You can go purchase that music as well. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay.
On all streaming platforms.
All streaming platforms. Okay.
Brielle.
So we're about to she's going to give you a little opera. This is exclusive now. You're not going to get this nowhere. So you might as well come to G's Uptown Social, get an autograph tonight. You know what I mean? And that'll be good. Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm going to do a little rendition of something that Beyonce, she just actually put in her Cowboy Carter album. Here we go. Caro mio ben, credi mio men, senza di te languisce il cor. Caro mio ben, senza di te languisce il cor.
Wow.
Just a little bit.
Wow. I would have never known. I mean, you see the talent we have here. See, I never knew. I knew she can sing, but I didn't know you can do that. And then she sound like somebody from another country.
I'm a lover of opera. And I guess it started when I was really young, because my mom, she, she's a single mom, and I'm the only child, so she was really hard on me about being twice as good you know, and
so she
just
pushed
really,
you to go to practice and music class and all that stuff. She like be
yes,
on you. You got to study.
yes, and happy
wow.
Mother's Day to my mom.
Happy Mother's Day.
I appreciate you. Thank you for giving birth to
I
me.
met her mom too. As a matter of fact, I used to cut. You know, she was coming to the barbershop where her son got their hair cut.
Yes.
And mom used to always bring her as well. Both of them brought them, but mom was a very good person. She's very quiet, very, you know, you can tell she's spiritual. I can tell she got that spirituality in her.
Yeah.
She's always smooth. So yeah, shout out to mom, man.
Yes.
And mom just moved to
yeah, she's in Cleveland. She's loving it out there, you know, and you know, it inspired me to, you know, no matter at what age you are, you know, that you can start fresh somewhere else, you know, and that you have the tools to adapt anywhere, you know, and she's giving me those tools, you know, and you know, she was just very like on me, like, look, we're gonna put you in this. She had me in like French and German classes when I was like in 6th and 7th grade. So I've always been a lover of languages, and I went to a program inside of Montclair State University, and you know, it was really cool. I did it for like about 2 years. Really? And I guess that kind of sparked that love for what I would later go into, which was opera, and like learning the diction and like learning actually like how to enunciate the words, and you know, that like you have to be on top of that, because
the breathing techniques, all of that. That's deep.
The pitch, all of that, you know, and you know, I'm just glad because it let me know that I can go into any room, you know, and that's why I like, people ask me now like, oh well, what genre would you put yourself in? And I'm like, I really can't like put myself in a specific genre because I don't want to be.
I know that's right.
You know, I don't want to be boxed in. I'm very claustrophobic. You know, I don't want to, you know, just be seen as a neo soul singer or R&B singer or a gospel or you know, I want to go into
whatever come your way, you can do it.
Yes.
That's what's up.
So I love opera from the Leontine Price and Grace Bumbry. It's so many, a lot of people don't know, it's so many Black women who are extraordinary opera singers, you know, and it's taking them international, and I don't want to just be local.
Nice. That's what's up. So when you think back to the time when your mom was kind of hard on you, when you think back to that, as a child, I can imagine, do you feel like, God, why she don't, you know, let up a little bit? Was you know, kids outside playing, but you had to study, you had to practice, you had to do this, you had to be in class. How did that make you feel then?
Oh, then, I was a lonely kid. I was a lonely kid. I understand now why she did it, but then I was just like, sometimes I was miserable. Wow. You know, because I'm like, it's church, school, church, school, church. And I'm like, I need to breathe, you know. It's so funny. I'm like, I used to have to beg her, like, let me go outside with my cousin so I could play double dutch. Like, she was just very, you know, protective. And like now, the world we're living in now, I totally like understand, because I'm like that with my children now. Like, it's scary, you know, out here, like really scary now. And back then, you know, it was stuff going on and everything, but she had a tight grip on me, you know, and I have to say thank you, you know, thank you, because it has helped shape the woman that I am, you know, and that's something that I will carry with me for the rest of my life. Like, she was a stickler, like, you don't fail, like, don't come in my house with no F's, don't come in her house with no C, don't, like, if, you know, if I could avoid a B plus, avoid it, you know. I was honor roll, credit roll, you know, kid, like, she didn't play that. Wow, that's what's
she
up. Didn't play that with
Shout out
me.
to mom, man. That's a blessing.
Yes,
thank you. Speaking of mom, you're a mom, and you have how many children?
Three. I have 3 children.
You have 3 children. Now, I know I met one.
Yes.
And I always bigged you up because well, by the way, her child, one of her children, I guess, is autistic.
Yes, my son.
And I seen her work with him through the years. And when I say, you know, it amazed me looking at her take care of this child the way she was doing. And he's not a child that has that low spectrum of autism. What is the spectrum? What is
so
it?
He's high functioning. So
Okay.
my son is high functioning. It's, and I have to, I want to shout out his dad because it's really it's a group work.
Teamwork.
And even though I come from a big family, unfortunately I didn't have a village. So it's been me and his dad, and even though, we're not together, but that doesn't mean that your child doesn't, they don't have to feel that.
Of course.
So,
they don't have to know nothing about that.
Yeah,
That's right.
So I want to shout out his dad. His dad is very,
blessings, Dad.
it is a blessing. And it was just really different, my experience with my child. Like with my son, this was my first kid. I had him at 20. And he was functioning like any other child. And he was, he began to speak, and I noticed certain things where I'm like, okay, he's not walking on his own yet, but he was saying words like ma, dada, juice, milk, and one day it just stopped. He was one, and one day it just stopped. It turned into sound. So being a young mom, like I try to talk to a lot of the young ladies, even the older women that I know now, because there's this stigma that is put on us as moms that we have to know everything, that we have to be perfect. How, you should have known, or, and it's like, we don't get no manual to this. So shout out to the parents that are trying, because we don't. We may not get it right. We may miss something, and that's okay because we're human. Right. And I noticed it, and I was like, okay, maybe it's not anything bad, because all I did was sing. I sung. I was still in church, pregnant, singing praise and worship, and I'm like, all this child felt was me singing, and I'm, I sung to him when, since he's been out, and I was like, maybe he's just humming a song. And then I'm like, okay, a couple of days went by. I'm like, he's not saying anything. And, I went to his dad, and I'm like, hey, I think we should go see what's going on, because according to society, he's supposed to be here. Right. And he's regressing. Right. And thankfully, shout out to his godmother too. His godmother, I thank you, Rosalind. Because she's been a great help. She was actually in school for behavioral health. So having a friend that is really close to you, and they're the godparent of your child, and they have that background, she was just like, hey, Bree, I think, let's go, get him checked out. And we did. I really sometimes hope that I was a politician, because the wait, and anyone who has a child that is on the spectrum, the wait to get to a developmental pediatrician, like, it took us almost 2 years. Wow. We were on the waiting list for 2 years. So he wasn't fully diagnosed until he was 4. Right. And they told me, hey, your child is most likely never going to talk, and, they give you all of the stuff that their book says, but I know what God promised me, and I'm like, okay, this is different, but you have to kind of like not give up. Like, just because you got this kind of news, it doesn't mean give up. I still talk to him the way that I would talk to any other child. I never baby talked to him, right. And now he's 12. And, over time, he has improved. My son, he may not even, like, at times he can't speak a sentence. but he'll sing a song and you'll hear the words clearly.
Wow.
You'll hear the words
Nice.
clearly, and
Nice.
I'm like, you know, you
Nice.
can't tell me what God can't
Nice.
do.
Come
Like,
on,
you know,
man.
you work with your kids, you know, being present is great, but really working with them and speaking life into them,
Right.
you know, and not treating them different
Right.
from any other child is really important. So, you know, I love him. That's my baby, you
Right.
know. And
What was the challenges like? I can remember you coming in the shop, and sometimes he get, you know, a little agitated. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And he cries, and he you know, makes certain sounds and noises. And sometimes, you know, because I have compassion, I can look in your face and see sometimes that it bothered you.
Yeah.
When you first started bringing him to the shop or in the public around people, how did it make you feel when things like that happen? Your first initial, you know, experience of that, you know, and how people may look, stare, and you know what I mean?
Right.
How did that make you feel?
So
And what did you do about it?
okay. So you know, like I said, you know, we're human. Parents, you know, it's almost the same as a kid saying mom, 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 you know, it's just, you know, in sound, you know. So it wasn't so much that I was agitated that he was doing it, because
Right.
I'm like, this is everyday life for me.
Right.
It was more so of the world is mean.
Ooh, come on.
The world is mean, and everyone may not understand. That's one. Two, everyone might not care to understand, you know. So it was those challenges, you know. And I'm like, hey, you know, people are gonna look anyway, because you know, all my children, they are beautiful.
Word.
You know, so I expect you to look, you know, I thank
Word.
God for good genetics.
Come on.
My son is handsome.
Word.
My daughters are gorgeous,
That's what's
you
up.
know, and you know, so I expect people to look, we look good, you
Word.
know, when we walk in the barbershop, you know.
Yeah,
But
no doubt.
it was challenging because it wasn't just there, you know, at first. You know, we had times where it was like under wraps. Like I said, I talked to him regular, like, look, I could give him that look. You know, they still understand. You
Right.
know, a lot of people have this idea that they think kids on the spectrum are, you know, don't cancel me, but this is the word that people usually use. Slow.
Right.
This is the word that, you
Right.
know, and it's always been derogatory.
Right.
But now that we're in cancel culture, you know, it's, you know, that's not the proper term.
Right.
And it wasn't the proper term to begin with,
Right.
because they're really not. It's
Right.
the fact that they're fast.
Mm.
Their mind is like,
Right.
so things that we're just catching on, they're actually
They got
5
it.
steps ahead, and
Right.
then they're trying to process it,
Come on.
which makes them become agitated because they can't catch a hold of
Got
it.
it.
So, you know,
That's deep.
I really, you know, as time went on, I grew not to give a damn, you know, at the looks. But what I do care about is when people open their mouth, you know, and I'm like, I'm very laid back
Right.
until I have to lean up.
Right.
And I will
You
lean
become a monster.
all the way
You
up.
don't play no games.
Mama bear mode, you know,
Yeah.
like, you know, I would be different places,
Right.
and you know, sometimes we'll be in the laundromat, and you know, sometimes like people don't understand, like they're very sensitive, you know, they're hypersensitive sometimes. Sometimes a sound can like throw them off, and you know, I'm like, but you can't keep your child in the house. Like he has to
Get out.
experience life,
Everything
you know.
out there.
So, you know, I'm like, you know, there when he's with his dad, he's with his dad. When he's with me, we're outside, you know. And I, you know, I remember it was this one time I was in the laundromat, and he didn't have his headphones.
Right.
So, you know, he loves Veggie Tales. You know, I had it on his tablet. And, you know, he actually was excited. You know, he was excited. So when he gets excited, he gets loud too. So, you know, I'm like, all right, baby, you know, he's having fun. And I'm like, all right. I'm like, just, you know, a little bit,
Right.
and you know, they do what they want. So, it was this girl that was across the laundromat, and she was like, people always bringing they badass kids outside.
Wow.
And like, when I say my head turned like the exorcist, because I'm like, wait, hold up. But my thing is, I'm not going to leap first. I'm going to educate you. Now, if you decide to be ignorant after that,
it's on the
I have no problem throwing these hands, because I'm his voice. You know,
That's
I'm
right.
his voice. So,
that's right.
you know,
That's what's up.
she got educated, and I'm like, just because you don't understand what's going on, it doesn't mean that kids is bad. First of all, let's cancel that. Stop saying that these kids are bad.
Right.
Stop saying that these kids are bad, because in Black and brown communities, a lot of us were pushed to the back when we said, hey, something is wrong, or a kid could have been like, hey, I heard this voice, and we're pushed into these closets, and we're pushed into these back rooms. Oh, ain't nothing wrong with you. Go drink a ginger ale and take a nap.
Right.
Mental health, and it's so great that we're meeting now, because May is, if you guys didn't know, it's Mental Health Awareness Month.
Oh, wow.
And I'm an advocate for it, because in our communities, we have been, not all of us have been raised in the hood. Some people, were raised in suburban areas and everything like that. But we come from a long line of history of trauma and being told to shut up and not being listened to, that sometimes we don't understand that we have adapted the mentality of massa, and we enslave our own children by not allowing them to speak to us, by not allowing them to feel like they can be open with us if something is wrong. And now, we have like apps like TikTok, and you'll be shocked to know that there are a lot of adults now that are going to get evaluated and learning, they call it like neurodivergent,
right?
But they're learning that they were autistic. A lot of people actually, like a lot of us, that we feel like, oh, well, I don't have nothing, or, I'm normal. Like we have the same tendencies as, kids who may have autism.
Right, but different spectrums, right?
Yes.
Yeah, real talk.
It's different levels.
Yeah.
Like for instance, like hearing loud sounds, it may make you have a tick. It's the same thing with an autistic child.
Yeah, I know people who can hear really good, to the point where they can hear so far, man. It's like that's an autistic trait.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But
they
in their mind,
powers.
special powers. Yeah, exactly.
That's how I look at it. It's like,
that's real talk.
It's like Spider-Man or Superman.
That's how I look at it. Yep, that's deep.
They and autistic children are extremely talented. Like they
have
become.
You ever made a song regarding your child?
Yes.
Really?
So,
because I see how compassionate you're. Very compassionate about your seeds.
Yes.
Your seeds. I should say.
So, I do actually have a song, but I actually made it into like a TikTok verse.
Right.
So it's on my TikTok. It's called The Village. The Village. And it was really talking about like my experience of how, being a young mom and I come from a very old school family. Like a lot of them are older. Like my grandmother, right? God bless her. Happy Mother's Day to her too. She was born in 1929. Okay. My grandmother is a 95. And my mom was born in the 50s and stuff. So they come from a different era where they weren't. There wasn't enough research or information to know how to deal. So got it. Some people, they don't understand, and you can't force them to. Right. But this is my child. I laid down, I made this baby, and God blessed me with this baby. So obviously he knew that I was strong enough to be able to deal with whatever came with it. You know? And the village sometimes not the village.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's not the village. They don't understand. They don't.
Yeah. So
they
it
don't
kind of
wanna deal.
affected you. I mean, I can hear it in your voice. I can see it in your
Yeah.
face. That it affected you on a great deal.
Yeah.
You know, great deal.
You know, I'm unpacking it. I'm at
Right.
this space in my life where I'm unpacking
Nice,
it now
nice.
because I don't want to walk throughout life with unforgiveness.
Right.
Because forgiveness is for us, you know, and I can't hold anything over your head for something that you don't know or
Right.
that you didn't want to know, because that is your human right. Like, you don't have to deal.
Facts.
You know, like, you don't.
Facts.
And my job is to stay Black, raise my children, love them, you know,
Facts.
love
That's
them,
right.
and to educate the people who don't know,
Right.
you know, and then it is your choice whether you choose to deal or not, you know. But if they don't, like, you don't know what you're missing out on.
Do you see a lot of characteristics about yourself that you see in your mom?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
One of the main things is that I believe in prayer. Like,
Right.
my mom is a prayer warrior. You know, prayer has gotten me through many a dark times.
Right.
You know, especially this most recent one.
Okay.
You know, that I've been through. So, you know, I'm glad my mother has instilled prayer in me. You know, she's always taught me how to carry myself. You
Right.
know, how to.
Right.
You know.
How old is your mom? Because she seemed like she's definitely seasoned.
She is. Don't be mad at me, Mom. She just had a birthday that passed. She's an Aries.
Oh,
so
Aries?
she just
Okay.
turned 66.
Shout out to Aries.
Route 66. She just turned 66 and she
Okay.
looks damn good.
That's what's up.
You know, so I have something to look up to. I'm like, yeah, that Black ain't going to crack when I get
she
older.
looks good for age too. She looks good. But she had a natural hair at one time. I remember her having.
She's
natural?
still natural.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think my mom ever had a perm.
Yeah, and it looks good on. And it was the last time I seen it. It was black too. She had little grays here and there, but it was like really jet black.
Now it's platinum. I've
Really?
been like, telling her, I'm like, wow, you know, start messing with the colors and stuff.
She don't want to do it.
No, she's platinum now.
Oh, she is? Okay.
She's platinum now. Cause I used to be scared of like bright colors and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna look good on my skin, but you know, she's always been natural. Like, and my mother was like natural when it wasn't like popular.
Right, got it.
You know, and she still got her shortcut and her curls and stuff like that.
That's
you know,
what's
I'm
up.
natural under this wig, you know.
That's what's up.
So, you know, natural girls rock. I love
No doubt.
I love that about my mom.
No doubt, no doubt. So what's coming up in the near future as far as your music is concerned? What you got going on? What was your latest song that you've done?
Okay, so my latest song that I put out is Salute, which I sent to you earlier, which is was a joint project with me and the beautiful J Sass.
Oh, J Sass.
Dope
Shout out to J
rapper,
Sass.
dope
Okay.
lyricist
No doubt.
from Jersey City. All day.
Yeah.
I love
201.
you, Queen. Happy Mother's Day to you. We got together a couple years ago. This was actually something we were working on for a few years, and the mixing wasn't right, the timing wasn't right, and you know, God made a way where we were able to come back together and make it better. And Salute was actually the last single that I dropped, which was like maybe 3 years ago, coming up on 3 years ago. And you know, it's a woman's anthem. It's for mothers, you know, and you know, it's just, you know, no matter what background you come from, you know, no matter.
So what inspired that particular song, Salute?
So I happened to be in the studio and came across this track that was laying there that nobody was doing anything with, and it just hit me, and I was like, "Ooh, this is an anthem!"
Right.
Like, you know, just had that bopping, and I'm like, we need a woman anthem,
right?
And I was like, dang, I need a rapper on it, and at that time, I wasn't rapping because I rap now too, but
right.
like I wasn't like, you know, in that spitting mode or whatever. So I was like, I need a dope rapper on this. And I was like, you know what? I want it to be somebody that I look up to musically, which
Nice.
has been Jay Sass. I've always respected her art, and you know, she came to the studio, and it was just absolute magic, magic.
Yeah, she is dope.
Yeah, like
Gotta give it
y'all
to her.
gotta get in tune with Jay Sass. She is fire. She is a real lyricist. I don't know what be going on in the industry right now, what's on the radio, but tune in with the independent artists because we really have something to say.
Word. That's facts. That's facts. Let's give it up for Jay Sash, and I want you guys to hear one of the songs they did, which is called Salute at this time.
Word.
Okay, so we're gonna check this out real fast. Here we go. Salute.
Breaking barriers. This is for my independent women, the ones who up at 5 a.m. cooking in the kitchen, getting their kids ready for school and handling their business. Respect her hustle, she out here getting it how she living. I see you, mama. Time is money. And money is time when it's in the physical epitome of how to grind. Breaking barriers that they said we never find. Generations counting on us, gotta leave something behind. Now I know life may seem a little hard and get confusing, but don't give up, just keep doing what you're doing. There's something special about the strength of a woman. We wipe our tears, brush it off and keep it moving. You see that blazer? Well, it's really a cave. Don't question her powers if you can't relate. Shout out to the sheroes and all you create. If you feel me, let me hear you say, I salute you.
Fire.
I salute you.
Hey.
I salute you. It don't matter what's our color or where we came from. By any means necessary, no, we gon' get it done.
Y'all gotta check that out. Salute, y'all.
It's out on all streaming platforms.
Word. Y'all check that out, man. That's fire.
This is from my independent
Yeah.
women, the ones who up at 5 a.m. cooking in the kitchen.
You gotta add this to the playlist in the morning.
Yeah, it's dope. I like this.
Respect her hustle, she
Salute, Brielle, y'all.
how she living. I see you, mama. Time is money, and money is time. When it's in the physical epitome of how to grind. Breaking barriers that they said we never find. Generations counting on us, gotta leave something behind. Now I know life may seem a little hard and get confusing, but don't give up, just keep doing what you're doing. There's something special about the strength of a woman. We wipe our tears,
But wait till you hear Sass part. Sass snaps
you
on
see
this.
that blazer? Well, it's really a cave. Don't question her powers if you can't relate. Shout out to the sheroes and all you create. If you feel me, let me hear you say.
I like that drop. That drop dope.
Yeah.
I salute.
Shout out to the producers.
I salute.
K-Skills.
Thank you.
Salute you. It don't matter what's
Who else?
K-Skills and who else?
That's what's
They
up.
collaborated on this.
Nice.
One of my favorite tracks.
Good job. Good job. Hey, I salute you. I salute.
Hey.
I salute you. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. Real talk. Perfect timing, man. Perfect timing for this interview.
Word,
Real talk.
word.
Yeah.
I see your vision, mama. Let me wipe them tears from your eyes. There's a blessing after all, at the end of our time. We all been through some things that might have changed us. I smile high as I hurt, they say don't let it fade you. Can't let it fold you. Let my testimony mold you, console you. I show you strength in the highest form. But don't kill you, make you strong. When you get home, you still hold it down. Even though them days be long. So not only do I see, I feel your pain. What sex you claim? We out here, we rapping, mothers know it's not a game. We taking care of home, jobs and our dreams by any means. Give them no in-betweens, a triple threat. This a real woman step. I breathe, I smooth, move aside, and watch me flex. We saluting sneaks in here.
salute.
I salute you.
I salute.
No matter what's the color.
It's for all of us. For every mother.
Word.
I won't bend and I won't break. Take it step by step and day by day. You see my God, he don't make mistakes. Knocking everything down in my way. I won't bend,
I won't bend.
I won't break.
I won't
Take
break.
it step by step,
Step by step.
and day by day.
Day by day.
You see my God,
You see my
he
God.
don't make mistakes. It's knocking everything down in my way. In my way.
Jason. Yeah, this one of the ones.
Yeah, it's fire. This is the newest one?
This is the last one that we dropped. Yeah.
Yeah. Smooth, man.
You better not break.
Yo.
You better
Fire.
not break.
I like that. I like that. I like that.
Thank
You
you.
got that.
Thank
You got
you.
that. Give me that. For real.
Thank you.
You got that.
Real music, real
Yeah,
artists,
that's fire.
real life.
Yo,
Real life.
that's fire, man. You know,
Thank you.
give me some ones in the chat if you like this particular
you.
song called "I Salute" by
Thank
Brielle
you.
and
Thank you.
Jay
I
Sass.
appreciate it.
Yeah, that's fire right
Thank you.
there. So as I'm listening to the song, you know, it's like you're the perfect person to actually say "Don't give up" in the song.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I'm hearing you through your struggles, your trials,
Yeah.
and not giving up.
Yeah.
Powerful.
You can't.
Mm-hmm.
Can't.
Powerful.
You know, and it's you got these kids out here, you know, that's looking up to us. We are their superheroes.
Yeah.
And gotta keep going. And I have been through some things, you know. I'm fresh out. I'm fresh out. I just started coming back outside. You know, I almost last Mother's Day, I was actually in the house, bandaged up, beat up.
Really?
Yeah, I had. Yeah.
What happened?
April of last year,
Mm-hmm.
I happened to be walking outside, and I got robbed and brutally assaulted out here.
Wow. I never knew that. Sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to even bring it up. You know?
No, it's okay because I think the more I talk about it, it frees me.
Yeah.
You know, so I didn't even look like this. I was unrecognizable. My body was bruised up. My hand was like broken. I had to get surgery, and it's my dominant hand. I couldn't write for a year.
Got you.
So, the fact that God spared my life and allowed me to heal, I can't give up. You know, and I'm like, if that didn't take me out,
That's deep.
nothing
man.
can.
That's
Nothing
deep.
can.
That's deep. So, this happened after or before the song?
This actually happened after.
After the song.
No, the song came out 2021. I
Wow.
got assaulted
Okay.
2023.
Wow.
So,
that's deep.
it's so funny because people who follow my page, it's Brielle on Brielle
Right.
on Facebook.
Right.
People who follow my page, they'll like see, like, I always say my songs in like a weird way is a
Right.
premonition. Like, it's like I write to the situation that I'm about to go through that I have no idea is coming my way.
Wow. That's deep.
And you know, it gives me strength, like being able to sit, you know, because I had no choice. I had to sit. I couldn't see out of my eye. You know, I was just really, really messed up. Got PTSD, anxiety and stuff. So I'm like, you know, I'm in the house, but I was able to go back to my music and allow it to pump me up. It made me want to stay on this side.
That's what's up.
You know, and
I get it. I get that. So now when you
Yeah.
listen to this, it's like inspiration times 10.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I'm thankful that I can say that I make music that speaks directly to me first, because when you hear these artists, a lot of these artists now, they're not even like talking about their life. You know, they're singing what someone else
Somebody
wrote for
else
them.
wrote, right.
You know, and I'm like,
Right.
these, you know, these rappers, some
Right.
of these, like, they not even like that. They not.
In
This
real
is
life,
not
right.
even them.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, I write from my experiences, and I write from people who I know personally, and I combine it so that I can give back, so that those days that you feel like you can't make it, like you can come back and listen to something, like it has a message in the song, you know. So
That's deep. That's deep. That's deep. So you got something in the oven now? Do you got some new stuff in the oven?
yeah. So shout out to my boy MG Smooth. He's having an event actually this Saturday in Orange.
Nice.
Him and DJ Drewski from Hot 97, they are actually pairing up and doing a show with independent artists, which I'll be performing at. I have tickets.
And what day is that again?
Saturday. This
Saturday coming.
Saturday,
Okay,
May
cool.
18th.
Nice.
So I will be performing my new song there, and I am like I am an unplugged girly. So I don't know if y'all remember like MTV back in the day when
of
them
course.
unplugged
Of
days.
course.
So I love being able to showcase new music to people that I don't know, you know, especially like just me singing raw, like raw vocals, because I think we missing that too.
Yeah.
You don't really get that, like a lot of stuff is auto-tune now, and you know, I want to like just bring that raw, uncut, straight to the gut feeling back. So I'll be performing my new single on Saturday. You know, and I'm excited about that.
Okay.
But you know, make sure y'all come.
What's
out
the name
to
of the
G's
single?
Tonight. This isn't as exclusive.
It's exclusive. So you can't do it at G's. you can't do that at G's. You can't. It's up to you. I mean, hey, it's up to you. You know what I mean? Well, what are you going to sing at G's tonight? By the way,
So-
once again, the show starts at 8:00. Brielle might go on about 7:30. So
Okay.
y'all want to come see her? Come check her out tonight. Tickets are $15. I have a few tickets left. I only have a few. I might have about 3 or 4. I'm not sure. All right, but hit me up if you need a ticket to check out the girl Brielle. Go ahead. About tonight.
So tonight I was gonna perform Loud Thoughts.
Loud
because,
Thoughts. Okay.
You know, it is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Okay.
And you know, I know it's Mother's Day, but a lot of us, we go through a lot mentally. We hold in a lot. Sometimes we can't vent because we don't want it to be used against us, and you know, we deal with a lot of our dark times to ourselves. And you know, a lot of us, you know, we have used different outlets to numb the pain. You know, sometimes we don't even realize that we are causing more harm to ourselves by not, you know, releasing it. So Loud Thoughts is very, you know, personal to me because it's my life. It's, you know, other people who I've known who are no longer here with us because they couldn't handle the weight. And it's just a reminder that, you know, you can go through those times because you're human, but you know, fight to live another day. So
when you write music, I can tell you are a very compassionate person. So being that you're compassionate, and I'm hearing you mentioning other people that's not here and things of that nature. So there's a lot of that go into your music as well. The love and the compassion for people.
Yes. I've always been a people's person, you know, and being able to combine that with my love for music, you know, I feel like as an artist, you should always be for the people. Stay true to yourself. But you know, I'm a little unorthodox. Sometimes it's not about what they want to hear. Sometimes it's about what they need to hear that they didn't know they needed to hear. You know, and you know, I'm all for a bop. I got those too. You know, I got those too.
Have you ever rapped? You ever rap?
I do actually rap. Now, I rap on like tracks. It's a lot of stuff that I have like on TikTok. I haven't like
That's what's up.
performed like.
You got the rapper look. You got the rapper swag. You know what I mean? You know?
You know what I call myself? I call myself the battle singer.
The battle singer.
You know, I call myself the battle singer because like my pen, like I write like I'm a rapper.
Wow.
But
That's deep.
yeah, you know,
That's deep.
so I
Give us
like,
something, spit something. Come on now, give us something. Don't y'all want to hear something? Spit something. Come on, spit something. Yeah, spit a little something. Let's see.
Man.
Because I'm telling you, there's a lot of people skilled. They got some skills in Jersey. I'll be trying to tell y'all. I'm going to bring them to you. Real talk. Let me hear something. Let me hear
All
something.
right, let me think, because I ain't no freestyle, y'all, so.
All right.
Let me think.
Why you think? Go ahead. Why you think?
Yeah, we taking care of home jobs in our dreams by any means. Give them no in betweens, a triple threat. This a real woman stat. I breathe, I smooth, move aside, and watch me flex.
It's fire, man.
Sneaks and heels. Do what needs to be done to pay them bills. No matter how far you go, we create stars. Universe plus God, no, we go hard.
I salute. I salute. You ready?
All right, I'm
salute.
coming up with it right now.
I salute. Tonight at G's Uptown Social, we have a comedy show going on. We have Freddie Ricks is going to be in the house tonight, so make sure you come check this out. Freddie Ricks. All right, he's going to be in the house performing about 8 o'clock. The doors are going to open at 6. Brielle is going to be going on about 7:30, doing maybe 1 or 2 of her songs. Once again, she has a few songs, I think she have about, how many songs would you say you have on social media, on the music media platforms?
On media platforms, I have 3 singles out.
Nice.
Like my own personal singles, I have 3 singles out, but I'm also in a duo. I don't know if you caught some of it, but we go by She. It's me and my best friend. She's the rapper of the group.
Oh, okay.
And I'm the singer, and we have like 3 singles out as well.
Okay.
So go check that out. Like that's a whole different breed.
No
Like
doubt.
Bree in a group is different from.
Okay. What's the difference between a Bree in the group and Bree single?
So I would say like you'll hear more upbeat songs with me in a group. Opposed to me being like a message girly, like with me being in a group, like we got house music, we got like hood music, we got, you know, we have pop music, like we're not like really trying to be boxed in as well. You know, we did a lot of work over like since like before you know, the assault and everything like that.
Nice.
We probably have maybe about 2 albums worth of music recorded already. So working on that as well.
All right.
Yes.
Before you start your rap, you thought of it already, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
it's
now,
just a little song.
All right, let me ask you this question before you start. If your spitting, your bars. I wanted to ask you this question before we go into that.
Okay.
We talked about some of everything already. How has relationships affected your music? You know, have you made music that somewhat affected, or how can I say it? You got some of your lyrics, your compassion, your emotion from your relationships in your life?
Well, that's really funny that you asked that, because when it comes to relationships, I've always been a private girly. You'll never really see me showcase my relationship. Like if you've seen me like post it up with someone, it was probably because they posted it. Because I'm, you know, I'm like really, you know, I'm a content creator, but as far as like letting people in like to your personal life like that, I'm very careful with that because, you know, everyone's not happy for you. You know, everyone's smiling. It's not, you know, for you and for your relationship. So I've been really private with that, especially in my writing too.
Right.
I do have one song. It's unreleased. And
so it's not out?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's not out.
So we can't get exclusive peek view on YouTube or nothing? It ain't on YouTube, it ain't on nothing. I can just hear a piece of it, like the first or second verse? So is that like to you inviting somebody into your personal life if you let that be known?
I mean,
but people want to know you, Bree. People want to know you.
They do. No, they do. And I wanted to drop it. I ain't gonna say no names.
How long ago was it?
I recorded it during COVID, actually.
Oh, wow.
It was during COVID.
So would you say it was a positive, emotional, painful, inspirational type of song as far as the relationship is concerned? What would you say it was?
It was emotional.
Okay.
It was painful.
Okay.
Very much a vibe. Very much a vibe.
Okay. Something people will definitely vibe to, definitely.
Yeah. And I was really excited about it.
Right.
And unfortunately, the reason why I didn't drop it and the reason why I don't really play it is because there was somebody that I know for years who decided to start, producing beats. And a lot of people don't know that I'm an entertainment liaison, right? So I call myself the music plug. So a lot of people over the years, they would come to me and ask me to find artists for their shows.
Right.
Now, I didn't know at that time that was like a skill.
Word.
But now, now I'm like, I like a lot of people, like, like the things that I book myself, and a lot of people would be like, oh, who's dope? Because a lot of people appreciate my ear. Right. Because I'm very fair. Like, if you're fire, I'm going to tell you fire, whatever genre you're in, like, you're fire. And I know how to. So
if somebody's garbage, you're not going to say, that's kind of weak, you can do better, or you're going to say that's garbage?
No, I'm not. No, I'm nice about it.
Okay.
I'm nice about it.
You're nice about letting them know it's garbage.
Yeah, I won't be like, you trash. Like,
you just clean it up a little bit.
Yeah, because I don't want to discourage anyone.
Right.
Because words are powerful.
Yeah.
So I'm all about delivery, so I'm like, I'm not going to be like, nah, it's basuda. Like, I'm not going to be like that. But I'll be like, you could work on it a little bit, because I'm open to constructive criticism too. Because I want to be the best version of myself, know? So like, if you don't want my honest opinion, people know musically, don't come to me if you don't want an honest opinion, because I would never want you to go out there sounding crazy, because I would expect the same from you. Don't. If I sound crazy, you better tell me. Like, tell me, or you're not my friend. Word.
I believe that too. I believe that wholeheartedly. You know what I mean? You're not my friend if you don't keep it real.
Yeah. So, I've done that, and got artists together. I've, put on shows as well, and I didn't take any credit for it, but now, like, I'm really trying to get into, becoming a booking agent, because I find the shows, like, especially for indie artists. And, that's another realm that I'm breaking into. So, I'm glad that I'm able to touch different folders in the music file.
That's what it's about. That's what it's about. I'm very proud of you. I want to say I'm proud of you. You keep going, keep doing what you do.
Thank you. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, definitely, man. We supposed to have been hooked up many years ago. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you. So hit us with some of that spit game you got. Let's see if you got some saliva with you.
I'm a real chill rapper. I said, a lot of y'all problems can be solved with simple conversation, but y'all rather harbor it. Just quit with all the faking. Life's a God-given gift. Don't know when it can be taken. A let it go city more can be your next destination. So won't you show a little grace and take some time to love up on your people. Revenge is cold when it's you on the tray. Don't let it be you, just let that beef go. I still,
Word. Nice,
I'm not really, I'm getting into.
You heard it first, right here on D.A.P. Give me that. She got skills.
I'm a writer first, so I always try to make sure that I penetrate to the heart and to the soul, but like, I'm in this, like, I call it like the rebirth,
The rebirth.
you know, but I put my name in it and stuff.
doubt.
But it's like I'm in this new era, where it's like I'm like certain ways I want to deliver.
Right.
I don't want to just be like singing it, you
Right.
know. I may rap sing it or like really rap it, and I'm, you
But
know,
what
taking
do you see
steps.
yourself? I don't want to say 10 or 5 years from now, because my people Ness said people always ask that question, like that's like the normal question. But you know, she's like, what do I see myself 6 months from now, 5 months from now?
Right.
What do you see yourself 5, 6 months, a year from now?
So I'm actually, my plan is to actually go overseas.
Okay, overseas. Okay,
I want to go overseas and start, you know, building a fan base out there. Because
where overseas would you say?
probably like Europe,
Europe. Okay,
maybe Greece.
nice.
You know what? TikTok opened up a whole new world for me, and it's so crazy because, you know, I love my home, but I also say this because I'm gonna be real at the end of the day. I
Keep it
used to
real.
say like my first toxic relationship is with my city because
Wow.
I love it. And
Do you know
sometimes-
most entrepreneurs say that?
Yeah.
Most entrepreneurs, singers, producers, they experience this. So I feel you.
I love my city, and for a long time I felt like my city didn't love me back, but I couldn't shake it. Like this is why I always come back. You know, I've been here 32 years, you know, and I'm like, I never ever thought that I would like kind of be over being home, but you know, going through the things that I've experienced, I'm like, you know, it made me want to like get rid of Jersey City, but I keep coming back.
That's the love. You have for it.
I
Yeah.
keep coming back,
Yeah.
you know, and
I think everybody that live in wherever they live, I think their hometown can be somewhat toxic sometimes.
Yeah.
So I get it.
because people, you're familiar.
Right. It's too familiar.
And I'm like-
familiarity breeds disrespect. I'm gonna say that again. Being familiar, it breeds disrespect.
That's deep. You know, and I agree because, you know, I'm like, I am a 201 girly. Like, I am a 201 girly to my soul, and I always want to see people from my city win. You know,
Yeah.
and it's hard because
Yeah, man.
that crabs in a barrel mentality,
Word,
like
it's real.
you know, and it's crazy. I'm like, I get more love like when people see me in the street, then they'll share my music, but they'll come up to me like, yo, that bar that you said, and they'll quote it. And I'm like, but damn, I ain't see you in the comments though. Like,
they
you
won't share it.
share it. Like, I'm in a competition, vote for me, you know. And it's, you know, people like who they like, but it's like when you know who you are, you know, get used to the fact that, you know, there are, I'm not going to say that not people out here that support me, because
of course.
there are, you know, like I have a little tribe out here and everything like that who really do rock with me and appreciate my artistry. But, you know, I've given a lot. I've put in over 10,000 hours of studio time. You know, I've recorded songs that y'all will never hear because, you know, being a woman in this male dominated industry is not easy, especially when you keeping your knees together.
Right. Okay. All right. I
That
heard
part.
you. I heard
That
you.
part.
So do you think that a lot of that goes on by, you know, being that you brought it up? Do you think a lot of that goes on in the industry? In order to move up, you have to open up.
Hell yeah. A lot of, you know, and let me, you know, say this. I'm not judging you if that's how you get up there, sis, because to each her own. People, they climb the ladder how they see fit.
Right.
So it's no judgment here. I just choose to keep my integrity, you know, and you know, I got, you know, a lot of people have labeled me like a diva because, you know, I'm a stickler. Like that's why I don't really view myself vocally as Beyonce, right? But my name, I turn my name to Beyonce on Facebook because I respect her work ethic.
Right.
Like that's my goal. Like the work ethic, like to have everything set and structured a certain way. Like, you know, and she dropped that song a couple years ago, you know, Diva is a female version of a hustler. Because women in the industry, they'll be like, oh, you being a diva. Why? Because I want it to sound a certain way, because I want it to be clarity in this harmony right here, because I want you to plug that in right here. No, I'm a businesswoman at the end of the day. I want it to go over well with the listeners and stuff. So, you know, I've lost a lot of music because I've recorded stuff and, you know, learning, you know, I didn't know, oh, you know, I need them to email my stems, and I didn't know that. So then when I would find out and I would go back like, oh, yo, can you send me that? And it's like, oh, but, you know, can I take you out though? And it's like, nah, you know, I don't like mixing business with pleasure, you know, because, you know, it's a distraction.
Right.
It's a distraction.
So, question: do they usually respect you after that, or do they try to cut you off and don't deal with you because of that, or they still deal with you, but is it respect after that?
Okay, let me first say this: all of them still respect me to this day.
Say it louder.
All of them respect me to this day.
That's what's up.
My name, I feel like, is very, very much held in a high standard studio wise. Being from Jersey City, I've worked with a lot of producers. I have been in plenty of sessions with rappers and stuff, and I've always been a lady, you know, sometimes a bitchy one to them because I like my shit a certain way. You know, Erica said, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. Okay, you know, and as we should, but you know, some people cut me off, you know, afterwards, and they didn't want to work with me anymore. And, you know, I never gave a damn because I'm like, I'm me. You know, I'm me. I'm gonna, you know, like maybe this door was closed for a reason. Maybe that rejection was protection for me. So, you know, but to this day, you know, I've had to cut people off because I'm like, I'm not going to be uncomfortable in my session. I like my sessions closed. Don't have the whole hood in my session, you know. And I don't get me wrong.
Has that ever happened before to you when you have a session, you pay for the session, you put down payment or whatever the case may be, and you get to the session and the boys are there. Everybody's smoking weed, they drinking, it's like a little party while you actually trying to do your thing.
7 people in here that I don't know, and I'm just like, hey. And you know, like early on, like I was so hungry, like, you know, and I'm like, I was so zealous that I'm like, all right, it's fine because they gonna feel me too from hearing me in the booth. But you know, some people, they won't respect your sessions, and then you know, you loud, and some people don't know how to handle their liquor. Now it's a fight out here, and I done paid for this session, so I like my sessions closed unless it's somebody that I invited to this session.
Understood.
You know, and
makes sense.
You know, I still move like that to this day.
You're standing on business.
Yep.
Real talk. Makes sense. Makes sense. Well, I mean, I really enjoyed some of the things I'm hearing from you that I never knew.
Awesome.
So I appreciate that, man. So I just want to give you that. Much love and respect. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you coming through. It means a lot, man. And I really believe you're going to go far. And you just keep your nose clean, your head straight, and your legs closed, as you said.
Okay.
Right?
That part.
Much love and respect. Thank you. Listen, y'all come check Brielle tonight.
G's
Where we
Uptown
at?
Social.
Where we at?
25 MLK Drive. Make sure y'all get there. The show starts at 8. I'll be going on 7:30. So, you know, come, vibe, get a drink, laugh, and come sing along with me.
Much love and respect. Talk to you guys soon. Peace and blessings.
And money is time, it's in the physical, put on me and proud of grind. Breaking barriers that they
I salute y'all.
Generations counting on us, gotta leave something behind. Now I know life may seem a little hard and get confusing, but don't give up, just keep doing what you're doing. is something special. Got the strength of a woman. We wipe our tears, brush it off and keep it moving. You see that blazer? Oh, it's really a cave. Don't question her powers if you can't relate. Shout out to the sheer boss, you know you create. If you feel me, let me hear you say, I salute you, I salute, I salute you. It don't matter what's our color or where we came from. By any means necessary, no, we gon' get it done. I salute you. I salute, I salute you. It don't matter what's our color or where we came from. By any means necessary, no, we gon' get it done.
I see your vision, mama. Let me wipe them tears from your eyes. There's a blessing after all. At the end of our time, we all been through some things that might have changed us. I smile hot, I heard they say don't let it change. Can't let it slow you. Let my testimony mold you, console you. I show you strength in the highest form. What don't kill you, make you strong. When you get home, you still hold it down. Even though them days be long, so not only do I see, I feel your pain. What set you claim? We out here, we rapping, mothers know it's not a game. We taking care of home, jobs, and our dreams by any means. Give them no in betweens, a triple threat. This a real woman step. I breathe, I smooth, move aside, and watch me flex. We saluting sneaks and heels, doing what needs to be done to pay them bills. No matter how far you go, we create stars. Universe plus God, no, we go hard.
I salute you, I salute you. It don't matter what's our color or where we came from. By any means necessary, no, we gon' get it done. I salute